How does it make you feel when you are treated unfairly, face an injustice or a tragedy? Angry, victimized, terrified? What happens if these emotions get amplified 1,000 times? How do you expect a person to behave? Any sane person may go crazy or kill themselves. But not this man. This is Antony Ray Hinton. His story is one of forgiveness, friendship, and triumph. Despite suffering from racism, poverty, and an unreliable criminal justice system. On April 3, 2015, Mr. Hinton was released from prison. This was after spending 30 years on a death row sentence. He is one of the longest serving prisoners facing execution to be proven innocent and released. Most of us can't imagine what it feels like to be arrested, accused of something horrible, and then condemned to execution. He was a poor man in a criminal justice system that treats you better if you're rich and guilty than poor and innocent. Hinton underwent daily mental, emotional, and physical duress for 3 decades. He watched 54 men walk past his cell to be executed. Another 22 took their own lives. In solitary confinement, many people have mental breakdowns, give up, and commit suicide. Then how did he keep himself sane all these decades? Burnville, Alabama, July 31st, 1985. Hinton, who had just turned 29, was helping a mama mow the lawn when police arrested him from his house. He was wrongfully charged with 2 murders. His mama had taught him from a young age to always speak the truth, and God will take care of everything. He knew it was a case of mistaken identity which would be cleared soon enough. He believed justice would prevail, but in his case it did not. An all-white court convicted him of 2 cold-blooded murders without evidence. Police, judge, and jury all rushed to ensure that murderer is punished. Except he did not do it. All the evidence that challenged the notion that he might be innocent was ignored. Instead, Hinton, a poor black man, got sentenced to death by electrocution. In a situation like this, suicide may seem like a gift that can instantly free you of your never-ending misery. But Hinton harnessed the power of his mind to escape the brutal reality of being alone 24 hours a day. He did something radical. Hinton escaped the prison cell without ever leaving solitary confinement. While confined in his cell, Hinton could create different identities. He became a world traveler, husband to Halle Berry, guest to the Queen of England, even winner of Wimbledon, all in his mind. I never used my mind for garbage, he says. I used it to cope through some lonely days. Knowing about his story is difficult but necessary. It tells us about shortcomings of a criminal justice system, the legacy of racial bias in America, and inequality across the world. We must also learn about human dignity, worth, and value. It is unfortunate that we live in such a world where such injustices still happen every single day. Nobody deserves to be treated like this. At the same time, Antony Ray Hinton's story helps us to understand what it means to survive, overcome, and forgive. Since his release, Mr. Hinton has become an extraordinary public speaker. He has had a life-changing impact on audiences who hear him. His message of forgiveness is transformative and inspiring to all walks of society.